What's up, Buttercup? Happy Halloween. I just finished Maeve Fly by CJ Leede, and let me tell you, that is a 5 out of 5 stars. Now, I am dressed up as a punk rock vampire, but my fangs broke. Just pretend that I have fangs, or else it would make no sense. And also that I have a leather jacket. I do have a leather jacket, but it squeaks every time I move, and this is not ASMR, this is a book review. So I'm kind of sort of dressed up today, but very important that I got this book in before Halloween ends because I love it. I absolutely love this book. Also, the book cover, perfection. So creepy, yet the art is chef's kiss. Now let's get into Maeve Fly and why I loved it so much. This is a brilliant satirical horror novel that could also count as literary horror fiction. I'm not sure if that's going to fly though. So let's just go with the first point, but I can see this as being literary because the ending isn't the happiest, and there's a lot of fantastic literary moments and references to capital L literature in this novel. Maeve is a female serial killer in California, and the satire comes in because the writer, through Maeve, outright says that all the female killers in fiction and even in real life just need to have a reason to kill, but not Maeve. She is what she is. She got it from her grandmother, who was a old Hollywood actress, and she still, lives in California, but she's very ill, and Maeve takes care of her. Her mentor was her grandmother because she too was a serial killer. But you kind of don't find that out for at least half of the novel. Maeve doesn't need a reason to kill. She doesn't have a tragic backstory. It's kind of just in her blood. You see this a lot with female serial killers where they need to have a tragic backstory, and then that means that it's empathetic, and then you don't completely, no, well, not everyone, but a lot of people then don't feel bad in a way that, like, no, not for her, not for this book. You're not gonna feel sorry for her. You might dislike her. I was very intrigued by her. She's a great character, very well fleshed out, and the writing is very smart, but not purple prose, which you usually do find in literary fiction. Doesn't matter the genre or subgenre. But I enjoyed how good and solid the writing is, and there's a lot of references to other very well-known books like American Psycho and some Oscar Wilde books, and then there is a lot of French perverted stories that she reads, and she's just reading all of these creepy, messed up books to figure out how she can live her life and like blend in so people don't realize that she's a serial killer, and also that her grandmother's a serial killer, and it kind of like runs in the family. Like she's trying to fit in. Maeve is similar to Patrick Bateman of American Psycho in many ways, but my two favorite points that I really love is the obsession with spooky music and messed up books. So he was obsessed with music and certain types of literature that he thought was whatever, right? I didn't like American Psycho. I loved the movie, did not like the book. But for Maeve, she only listens to Billie Holiday, and then I think one other kind of like normal, you'd say normal music, band, artist, whatever. And then everything else is only Halloween music, right? And I actually knew almost all of the songs and bands that she was talking about, except one, and it was, I only listened to it once, and that was like within the first few chapters, so that was a bit ago. Ghost Ride. They're from London in the 80s. I need to re-listen to that song. It's like spooky reggae, and you wouldn't think that it works, but it totally works. It's really good. But all the other ones I already knew about, because during Halloween time, I just basically listened to spooky, creepy songs. That also includes metal. Like, of course you would listen to Slayer, right? So it doesn't have to be specifically only made for Halloween for me, but for her, it's only made for Halloween. And then she also, like I said, reads messed up, perverted, weird ass books. Like the French short story titled Story of the Eye, detailing the increasingly bizarre sexual perversions of a pair of teens in love. And of course, when she snaps, she reads American Psycho, and she fantasizes about many things with that, like, inspired by American Psycho and all the killings in that novel. But a lot happens before she really goes on a killing spree. There is violence, but when you get to a certain point, then you're like, oh, here we go, okay. Great. I love the contrast between her being completely messed up in the head with her also being a Disney princess, and a very popular Disney princess. Pretty sure that she's Anna. And then her friend Kate, who is an aspiring actress, is Elsa. And they have, like, the best ratings within Disneyland, because they're in California. And, like, she does a fantastic job bringing happiness and everything to Disney. And so she is very interesting. Like, I wouldn't spend all my time with my therapist talking about, so what is she? Can you diagnose this character? But I would go with narcissistic, has psychopathic tendency. You know, life is complicated, shit's complicated, because she cares about Gideon, Kate, Disney, like she loves Disney and Disneyland and doing her job, and she really loves her grandmother. You don't usually see that with a psychopath. However, she was born that way, because her grandmother was a serial killer as well. So it's interesting, very interesting. She's definitely, though, narcissistic. Whether she's a psychopath or sociopath, that's going to be like, you gotta get really down in the nitty gritty. And also, it could just be that CJ didn't want to put her in a very specific psychopath versus sociopath box. Totally get it, because it's also satire. You know, so it doesn't need to be accurate, but I just like thinking about it, because you know me. The interesting point of this, there's also like a little bit of a romance, and someone on Goodreads says that it was a hockey romance, which is, I don't know. But Maeve meets Gideon, a freaky and violent hockey player, via her best friend Kate, because that's her brother. And that was an interesting twist, because I was like, okay, so what's happening? Because Gideon's pretty messed up, but is he as messed up as Maeve? Probably not. But then actually, oh my god, the ending, that was brilliant. I didn't see that coming, and kind of without words, it was that good. Man, I had to think about that. Anyone who has read the book, please do comment with your thoughts about the ending. The ending got me. I should say more, but I can't. It was really good. And I want you to read the book, so I'm not going to spoil it. But that was a fantastic ending. And this is just a fantastic book. Read it at any time of the year. I just happened to get the library copy like 5 days ago, and I read it within 3 days or something like that, and I was savoring it It was really, really excellent. And I suggest Maeve Fly by CJ Leede every single day of the year. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a fantastic Halloween and dress up, but also stay safe and have a fantastic day and night for spooky season. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.